Hi, I'm Kel and this is my channel, Kel's Lampwork Glass. Today we're going to be making a macrame bracelet using December's Bargain Bead Box Glacial Glimmer. If you could like, comment, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when new videos are shared, I would be grateful. So today we're going to be using Beadalon's tying station. So let me tell you a bit about Beadalon's tying station before I tell you the other bits that we're using in this project. Beadalon's tying station has two plates at either end, which you can unscrew and fully take off. So you unscrew the wing nuts and this bit comes off. And this is at both ends. So you unscrew it and it comes off fully. When you put it back on, make sure you put it back on with the washer, because when you tighten this back up, if you tighten it back up without the wing nut, without the washer on, you'll crack the acrylic plates. As you'll see here, there is holes in the acrylic plates. These are for when you are making earrings. Also, one of the acrylic plates, when you unscrew this, moves. So this is this one. So when you unscrew it, it moves down. Let me unscrew it a bit more. So I'm just trying to work out which one actually moves. Here we go. It moves down, so you can change the amount of space you've got between your projects. So, but today we're going to be doing it at full distance away. So let me just get this back in position. So we're going to be doing that at full stretch. So also today we're going to be using some Chinese knotting cord. We're going to be using 1mm Chinese knotting cord in a light blue. We're also going to be using out of Glacial Glimmer's box, we're going to be using the Malaysian Jade dyed quartz round beads in ice blue. We are also going to be using, because I haven't got the actual bag from, we're going to be using the 28 by 18mm woven spool link that's lead free, nickel free and cadmium free. We're going to be using one of them on the end of an extender chain. So I've cut a bit of an extender chain to go on the end of the bracelet. We are also going to be using, so when we use these beads, we're going to be using 12 of them. I'm going to be using 12 of these beads, the Malaysian Jade. We're going to be using 2 jump rings and a clasp, a lobster clasp. So that's what we're going to be using. Okay? So, oh, and for our core, we're going to be using turquoise colour soft flex. We're going to be using 16 inches of that. And we're going to be using 3 strands at around about 100 inches each of this. So 10 full lengths of the tying station. So first of all, let's cut this. The name of the macrame braid we are doing today is called a fishbone braid. So it's a reasonably simple braid, but it is repetitive. So what I might do is I might do a couple of braids and then come off the camera and do the rest of the braids, come back on camera and finish showing you how to finish it off. Oh, we're also going to be using some silver crimps to finish it. So first of all, we're going to be putting this under one of the plates and closing it down. Make sure it's closed pretty tight, not too quite tight to crack the tying station plate, but tight enough. Make sure it's taut. So soft flex is pretty taut. Yeah, it sounds like a guitar string. So now I'm going to find the end of this, and I'm going to grab a pair of scissors, and we're going to measure out 10 lengths for the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this might be a lot more than we actually need, but you want more than actual less. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this to the end, and I'm just going to pull it off and pull off another 2. I'm just reeving it off, just off to the side of the camera. As you can probably see just through the camera screen. Alright, and now I'm going to do a third. So we need 3 in total to be able to do this project. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing square knots. Alright, so as you can see, it takes quite a lot of the reel to do those 3. But what I forgot to do before I tightened up this is I forgot to put the beads on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this one end, and I'm going to feed on half the beads. I'm going to feed on 6 of the beads because we don't want it to get too jumbled on here. There we go. I'll put 6 on. I'm just going to put this back under the plates and retighten the plate back up. So now we're going to get our first string, our first CKC string, and we are going to find the centre of it. So we're going to bring the 2 ends together and we're going to find the centre. And we're going to bring one of these under here and pull it up to the centre. Then we're going to do a P, and this is going to be hard because there's quite a lot. There is quite a lot of cords. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this so it faces me. So we're going to do a P, and we're going to have the cord going under and through, and pull. It'd help if I could do a square knot today. It really would. Do you know how many times I've done a square knot and on camera today I cannot do one? So across, under, so across the main cord, under and through. And then pull. And then you want to push that up. Then you want to do the other half of the square knot. You want to do a Q, go across, under, across, under and through. Push this all the way up and then put your cords up out the way. Then get your next cord. Oh, sorry, pulling you up out the way. I'm actually going to lift the camera up but I'm going to lift the camera up but zoom you down. There we go. Gives me a bit more room to try and get my hands under the camera. So again, centre your cords. Do a P shape on the right, go across, under and through, and pull tight. Then on the left, across, under and through, and pull tight and push up, and push your cords out to the side. Just make sure it's all the way up. Then get your third cord. And again, same again, under and centre. And again, a P shape on your right. And across. Under and through. And pull tight. And then on your left, across, under and through. And pull tight and then push up. So you should have something that looks like this. 3 sets of square knots with the cords going off to the side. So now we're going to bring a bead up, push it all the way up, and we're going to bring down the top 2 cords. We're going to bring them down over all the cords. We only want 1 bead, not 2, Kelly, just 1. So we're going to bring down the top 2 cords over all the cords. And you want to do a P shape on the right. You want to go across, under and through, and pull tight. And then on the left, across, under and through, making sure your previous one that you did on the right is tight before you pull your one on your left tight. So there you go. Now you need to bring your next cords down. Go P shape on the right. If you want to do this on the left to begin, when you first start on the left, but always start on the left. So across, under and through, pull tight, then on the left, across, under and through. Make sure your one before is tight before you pull this one tight. Then your last one, bring it down. I do really think I've cut my cords a lot longer than I need to, so I'll tell you how much is left when I've finished. So P shape on the right, across, under and through. Pull tight. Then on the left, across, under and through. Making sure again that the one before was tight, and tighten it, and this is what you should have. So now we're going to bring up your next bead. Alright, lay your cords out, make sure everything's in order, because you always want to make sure you've got your top ones, your middle ones and your bottom ones. So grab your top ones, because this is why it's called a fishbone. Because it looks like a fishbone. So do your P shape across, P shape across, under and through. Pull tight. Then your left one across, under and through. Making sure the one before is pulled tight, and then pull it tight and pull them down. Then the next ones in line, the second ones, bring them down. Do your P shape on the right. Across, under the core, through the loop, and up and pull tight. Now on the left, over the top of your left wire, under the core, through the loop. Make sure your previous half was tight, and then pull tight. Now your last one. P shape, across, under and through, and pull tight. Now your Q shape, across, under and through. And before you pull tight, make sure your previous one was tight, and then pull tight. And this is how it looks. So as you can see, you've got it goes round the bead, and then you get your square knots, so it's like a fishbone. So what I'll do is I'll do these 6, and then I will go and do the last 6 off camera. So next one, lay them out, get your top one of the lots, your P shape, go across, under and through, and pull tight. Your Q shape, across, under, pull through. Make sure your previous one was tight, and then pull tight. Then you want your second ones in line. Give me a second. It seems I got my second one in line there on one side. So this is how you undo a square knot. Gently. You just have to sort of really gently pick it up and pick it out. Sometimes this is easily mistaken. This is why you have to lay them out to the side and there's my top one and there's my top one. Alright, so now we've got them. So we'll check I am right this time. So I'm just making sure I am actually right this time, so I haven't got to undo it. So there we go. This is called having tools on your table and your tools catching. Yep, right, now I've got them right this time. Oh, everyone makes mistakes. So, back to regular interval. Sorry about that. Right, P shape, across, over and through. Pull tight. Q shape, across, over and through. Make sure your previous one's tight before you pull this one tight. Then get your second one in line. So all mine are tangled around my tools. P shape, across, under the core and through. Pull tight. Q shape, cross under the core and through. Make sure the one before is pulled tight and pull and down. Now you have your P shape, across, under the core and through. Now your Q shape, across, under and through. Making sure the one before is tight. So this is what we're getting. As you can see, we're getting a beautiful pattern. I think probably we only need about 50, probably only needed about 50 inches, but time will tell. So next one up, top strands, P shape across the core, across and then under the core and through and tighten. Q shape across, under the core and through. Make sure it's tight from before, from the previous one, and then pull tight. Then the second one. So P shape across, under the core and through. And pull it tight. Q shape across, under the core make sure it's tight from the previous one and pull it tight. Now our last strands, P shape across, under the core, through the gap, through the loop and pull tight. Q shape across, under the core, through the loop. Make sure it's tight from the one before and pull tight. As you see, it's making such a beautiful pattern. So now next bead up. Straighten out your CKC so you get your right ones. Again, P shape over CKC, under the core, through the loop of the CKC, and pull. Now a Q shape over the CKC, under the core of the soft flex, through the loop of the CKC. Make sure it's tight from the first half of the square knot and pull tight. There we go, that's the first one done. Now we need to get the second one. So P over the CKC, under the soft flex, through the loop of the CKC and pull tight. Now do a Q over the top of the CKC, under the core, through the loop of the CKC. Make sure the first half of the square knot's tight and pull the square knot tight. Now the third cord. Do a P over the cord, under the core, through the loop of the CKC and pull tight. Do a Q over the cord, under the core, through the loop. Make sure the first half of the square knot's tight and then pull the knot tight. And there you go, you've got the last one done on that one. So 6 beads, and we're at about 4 inches here as we put this bead on. So top 2 cords, make a P over the top of the cord, under the core, through the loop, pull the cord and pull it tight. Make a Q. And you know what, I've done it again. I've got the wrong cord. Good job I haven't done it all the way this time. I will admit, this is only the second time of me actually ever making this bracelet. I gave it a go one day because I thought, I wonder if this will work. And it just worked. It was just something I was playing with. And it worked. So I gave it a go. So, P shape, over the cord, under the core, through the loop, pull it tight. Q shape, over the cord, under the core, through the loop. Make sure the previous one's tight and pull it tight. Pull your cords off to the side. Second cord. P shape. Over the cord, through the loop, under the core, through the loops, under the core and through the loops, sorry. Make sure the pull tight, Q shape, over the cord, under the core, through the loop. Make sure the previous one's pulled tight and pull tight. Now the last one. P shape, over the cord, under the core, through the loop, and pull tight. Q shape, over the cord, under the core, through the loop. Make sure the previous one's tight and pull tight. So, as you can see, we've got 6 beads on here. I'm going to go and put the rest of the beads on here and come back and show you how to finish the ending. So, I will see you soon. Right, I've completed the braiding and we've got 11 beads. I'm just going to move this down the wire a bit. Right, and I'm going to take it off the tying station and take off that one bead that I had left over. So we've got 7 inches of braiding, which totals to you need actually 80 inches of CKC and 3 strands. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these just slightly shy on each side. and we're going to get a lighter, and we're going to heat these up and tap them down. To make sure that it's sealed off. So now you need a crimp tube for each end, but before we put the crimp tubes on, we are going to do the findings. So you need some pliers, to open your jump rings, so twist it away from you and while keeping one hand stationary, and put your clasp on, and then close it back, making sure it's fully closed, so it is closed like that. And then on the other one, I'm going to find the opening again. We're going to walk it open, put on the charm, but just before I do that, I'm going to make sure that this is fully closed. Because of the type of chain it is. There we go. And then put the chain on. And then close the jump ring. Making sure it's fully closed. Now the other end of the chain, I'm going to double check the other end of the chain is fully closed, which it's not. Now it is. So there we go. So now we're going to feed a crimp tube on, we're going to feed the jump ring through, and we're going to feed the wire back through, and we're going to pull it down. Making sure to leave some room for the clasp to move. Now this is an Antara crimper, so you can fold it just once or you can fold it twice. So put it in the notch and squeeze it, and then you can put it to the side and fold it in half, and then cut off the excess wire. And then the same on the other end, put the crimp tube on, the end of the chain on the opposite end from the dangle, which actually, thinking about it, what I might do is I might put another jump ring on. I'm going to put another jump ring on the end of the clasp, if I can find what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. There we go. So get your pliers and open up, add it onto the end of your chain, and then close back. Making sure to close well. Sorry, that was off camera. So all I've done is I've just added on a jump ring onto the end of the chain. So now we're going to add that jump ring through the soft flex, and then put the soft flex back through the crunch tube and pull down, making sure to leave room for movements. Put it in the notch, crimp, turn to the side, and squeeze, and then cut the wire off. And there you have it. You have a fishbone bracelet which is nice in Malaysian jade with light blue CKC with a knotted dangle on the end on an extender chain. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And if you could like, comment, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell, I would be grateful, because it helps keep my little channel growing and growing. I'll see you soon for the next tutorial and or unboxing. See you later, friends. Bye.